Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now, I haven't done this in a long time, but I want to take a second and introduce myself to all the new faces around here over the last few months. I'm Andy, ANDYBIRD Builds, and this channel is all about CNC and specifically making money with our desktop CNCs, kind of like the one I have right here. A little over 7 years ago now, I bought my first CNC with zero knowledge. And in those last 7 years, I've taken my previous business knowledge and everything that I've learned from CNC, and I've built a profitable CNC business that I still run today. So, welcome to the channel. Let's get into this video. All right, I want to start with this. All successful businesses specialize in something. They become known for something. They take on an identity where people recognize them for solving their problems. Customers go to a specific business to have their problems solved, or to get a specific value in return, right? Like they do something for me or they make me feel a certain way. So like entertainment is a business because we need to be entertained. Just like food is a business because we need to eat. But at the end of the day, a business is known for something. So here are 7 CNC side hustle ideas to illustrate what I mean. Now, there are a lot of videos on the internet that talk about like make this specific product. I'm gonna zoom out and bigger picture, wider lens, and I'm not focusing on specific products. I'm talking about specific businesses that are known for something. Number 1 is custom woodworking. Now, I specifically put this one first because I think this is where most people spend their time. The other 6 are a lot more rare and a lot less people do them. But especially in the desktop CNC side hustle world, this is where most people spend their time, is in making custom woodworking projects. Now, that can look a lot of different ways, but basically, people can come to you and say, hey, can you make this for me? And you can make one-offs. That's one way. Or you come up with your own projects, but they don't have like a theme. It's not like you're targeting a specific person or a specific problem. It's just like you're known as the person of like, they can build it. Like, someone has an idea, or you get an idea, you can build it. And for that reason, it is a viable CNC side hustle to make you $1,000 a month. Number 2 is sign making. There are people out there that just make signs, and that's what they're known for. It's their specialty. Like if you need a sign made, you're gonna go to that person. So this can look at a lot of different ways, and you can target a lot of different markets with different signs. I don't know if you've seen the nursery signs. I'll put an example here up on the screen. People make name nursery signs, layered. A lot of them are laser cut. Some can be CNC cut. And they're targeting new moms, new families, new dads, and nursery decorations. Another idea is house number signs. I love this idea. I've talked about this over the years. I think house number signs are a great option. You can be known as, hey, someone wants a unique custom house number sign. You specialize in it. You come up with designs. You're the expert, and they come to you. So number 3 is slab flattening. You are known as the slab flattening expert, maybe in your area, in your regional area, in anybody that has a wide, long piece of rough lumber. Usually they're live edge slabs, and it needs to be flattened. A big CNC is a way to do that. Now, you can also do this on a smaller scale, but a lot less people need smaller slabs flattened because you can do that with a planer and or a drum sander or something like that. But the bigger one, like big, 8 foot by 36 inch wide, those planers and drum sanders are less rare. And so you can become the expert at slab flattening in your area. Number 4 is cabinet making. Now, this is a somewhat popular one. There's a lot of people that use CNCs to make cabinet doors, cabinet face frames, ornate, different detail work, and they're known as a cabinet maker, and they use a CNC to make cabinets. And that's all they do. They don't do other custom woodworking projects. They don't do house signs. They don't do any of that. Like that's their business, is they are specifically a cabinet maker. And it's a viable side hustle where you can build a big business just around making cabinets. Number 5 is furniture making. But before I get into that one, if you have any specific experience with any of these that I'm listing. I know there's a lot of people out there that have a lot more experience than me in one of these specific areas. Feel free to share down in the comments below. Share your experiences, share what you do. And if you don't have any specific experience, let me know which one you think has the most potential for you in your business. Drop me a comment below and I will read them and get back to you there. All right, so number 5 is furniture making. This is something that I've always been interested in and something that I would like to morph into is flat pack furniture, where I'll put a couple examples up here on the screen where you make and ship all the furniture parts. You manufacture them, flat pack them together and ship them, and then the end user assembles it. So I always thought this was a really cool idea, just to build, like in my last video where I built the kid's car, taking smaller parts, manufacturing smaller parts, and making something functional, assembling those parts and making something functional has always intrigued me. And so furniture making, there's specific furniture makers out there, and even if it isn't flat pack, you could make it out of hardwood as well. And CNC joinery is something that really interests me, that I plan to get into. And I will link a book down in the description. I'll put a picture here up on the screen of it. A book that I've been working through that just is mind-blowing, of all the different CNC joints, and I have a lot to learn. Check that book out if you're interested in it. I recommend it. The 6th side hustle on my list that has the potential to make you over $1,000 a month is art pieces. Now, there are a lot of artists. I am not an artist, but there are a lot of specific artists, CNC artists, that just make sculptures or they just make 3D art. Now, making art is fun. Selling art is not necessarily fun. Selling art is a harder sale in general because there's a smaller percentage of the population that need an art piece. But it is out there. You think about interior designers, you think about like specific art shows. If you can get in front of the right audience, I say that all the time, doesn't matter what you're making, if you get in front of the right audience, the money is there to be made. So if you like the artistic side, this could be a good avenue for you. Number 7 is personalized gifts. You become known as the person that personalizes things, and you personalize anything and everything. Now, there are a lot of companies out there that already do this, and typically, this is like the complete, put these two together, I don't know why, but 2 different spectrums. You had art, like one-of-a-kind items. Now you have personalization, where you're taking more common items and you're personalizing them. So you're putting someone's name on them or putting a graphic on them. But you become known as not the custom woodworker, not the artist, not the cabinet maker, but you become known as the personalization expert. Now, some of you will be like, I want to make my own items and personalize them. And that's fine. You're kind of combining custom woodworking and personalization. There's other people out there, a lot of laser engravers, they're like, well, I'm going to buy bulk items, unique, high quality bulk items, and I'm just going to laser engrave and personalize them and offer that service. That's completely viable as well. Something that I want to bring up to all the viewers is, why don't we work together? If you just have a CNC router and you don't have, and maybe making wholesale items, that's a completely different, that's number 8. But making wholesale items for the laser engrave people, and we buy, instead of buying in bulk from overseas, we buy in bulk from other makers in the community. So if that's something you're interested in, send me an email. I'm trying to figure out a way to connect people, because here's the thing. I have hundreds, if not thousands of people that tune into my videos that have CNC machines that are wanting to put them to work. And over here, I have thousands of people that have laser engraver machines that are wanting to put them to work, and they're buying from overseas. Why not buy those bulk stock items here and help out the maker community? Just an idea. If this has feet, if a lot of people reach out to me, I'll put it together probably in my Discord server, which that leads me right into, I don't know if you saw my email or not recently this past week, but I recently announced that the CNC Inner Circle is completely free. This used to be a $27 a month product that I started 3 years ago, consistently 40 to 50 members in that over that time, where we've had hundreds of people come in and leave for a period of time. It's an awesome, awesome community. The CNC Inner Circle is all about helping each other grow your CNC business. In fact, it's the only specific CNC business community on the internet that isn't like Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. So I made it completely free because I want to open it up to more people, and I want to offer as much value as possible to the founding members that literally have been the backbone of ANDYBIRD builds. And ultimately, I want to get more people in, more collaboration, more options like this, because I believe a high tide raises all ships. And this hub is, actually, I sent out the email 24 hours ago. There's already 200 new people in it, and it's blown my mind. So anyways, I share all that I'll leave a link down in the description below. Check it out, completely free. No strings attached, no hoops to jump through. I just want more people in it. I want more collaboration, and I want to rise the tide with CNC, and we'll push this forward as we are on the forefront of hobby CNC business, CNC side hustles. And so, yeah, click the link down in the description below, and I will see you inside there. So I know I've thrown a lot at you, and I know you can go back and watch it again, but to save you that trouble, I put this video into 3 actionable steps. Like if you were like, yes, this is something that I want to pursue, I understand what you're saying, Andy, what is my next step? Well, here are 3 steps that you can take to start putting this into action. Number 1, pick a niche. Ideally, this is where your interest and demand meet. Kind of the crossroads where your interest and customer demand meet. Now, this takes some exploring. I had to do this over several years. I'm still doing this. This process doesn't ever end, actually. But if you can take 3 months and you can kind of figure out what are you interested in CNC? What are you interested in outside of CNC? What are people in your area resonating with? And figuring out what value you can bring to your customer and what problem you can solve for your customer. And the reason I say that you need to be passionate about it, it's kind of where your passion lies, is because this is a side hustle. Like maybe it'll turn into something else one day, but right now getting started, this is a side hustle. You have to be interested in it, and you have to want to do it because you already have a day job. The last thing you want to do is work all day, come home, and this feel like your day job, right? That's why I speak specifically to side hustlers, and this video has 7 great ideas to get you started. So step number 1, pick a niche where your interest and demand meet, where they cross. Number 2, lead with value and build trust. This is the thing that most people miss. Now, you probably be like, oh, Andy, you didn't promise that thumbnail was probably clickbait, and you're not going to fulfill that promise. No, this is the step. If you're still watching to this point, you are so far ahead of the other people that have clicked off by now, because leading with value to build trust is absolutely vital. What I mean by that is, in our day and age, especially online, if you're selling online, absolutely. If you're selling in person, this is still vital. Is you need to lead with some sort of value to build trust. Everybody is looking for a reason to not trust somebody. And when you're selling something, like people's radar is way up on like who's a phony and who's not. So a way to really stand out is to lead with value, whether that is something free, whether that is a free version of your product. You'll have to figure this out for yourself. Every situation is different. But let's start with a generic example. I hate using this example. I hate using cutting boards. But okay, you're selling customized cutting boards, or personalized cutting boards. Maybe you lead with 2 coasters to like your potential clients. Or maybe you lead with a set of coasters. Yeah, you may be eating $10, but that $10, building that trust, it's vital to get them to your actual product. Also use myself as an example. I have a free guide down in the description below. You can check it out. It's absolutely free. I took hours to put that together. I took years to build the knowledge to be able to effectively give good advice. But I put that together and give it away for free so I can build trust with my audience, with you. So like, wow, I wonder if Andy knows what he's talking about. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can head to the description and you can click on the link and you can see for yourself, you can read through it, you can see the ideas that I give you, and you're like, wow, yeah, this really does make sense. And then you try it and you're like, wow, I really did have success. And then you come back to ANDYBIRD Builds and you buy a set of bits, or you go through my course because you want to really explode this side hustle. And it all started with that free token that I put out there of knowledge, and that's how it works. So leading with value is so important. All right, number 1 is pick a niche. Number 2 is lead with value to build trust. Number 3 is become the best at what you do and do not diversify until you do. This is a mistake that too many people make, and it's actually a mistake that so many businesses make. It's like lurking. I was talking to my business coach the other day, and it's like, it's right there. Like, it's always knocking on the door, like, oh, you could go do this, and you could do this. But no, resist. When you find that crossroads of that niche and you're building trust, do not change until you are the absolute best at what you do. Become the absolute best at what you do, become known for something, and then you can go wide. This is a tried and true marketing strategy, and so go deep and then go wide. So those are the 3 steps. Pick a niche, build trust by leading with value, and become an expert at what you do, and don't diversify until you do. I hope these tips help you in your CNC journey. If you want more tips, check out this video right here. Don't forget the links in the description below, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.